As we have mentioned, effective delegation not only gets results, but it also increases the capabilities of the entire team and frees up your time for more important things. So how do you perfect the art of delegation? Paul Hersey and Ken Blanchard developed the situational leadership model. And this model takes into consideration that each of your team members are performing at different levels. It is a flexible model that helps to explain and guide leaders on how best to support and direct each member to achieve effective delegation. If you look on your screen, you will see that there are 4 blocks on your screen. And in theory, every member of your team should fall into one of those 4 blocks. And people should move and progress from block 1 all the way down to block 4. The vertical axis refers to the amount of support given, and the horizontal axis refers to the amount of direction given by the leader. So to sum it up, this flexible leadership model is based on the different amounts or degrees of support and direction you as the leader need to provide to get the best out of each member in your team. So let's take a look at each of these blocks. The first block is called directing. And as a leader, you need to provide very clear direction to people in this block, but you may not need to supply a lot of support. Team members in this block are usually new to the role. Either they have been recently hired or promoted. And these people are still learning the basics, but they are very enthusiastic to learn. Block 2 is known as coaching. And here the leader needs to provide very clear direction with plenty of support to assist in finishing the task. People who fall into this block are still usually new to their role. They are competent in some areas, but they still need a lot of direction and support for development. They are not at a level where they can anticipate what needs to be done, and often their enthusiasm may dip when they realize that there are big challenges that they will need to face. Block 3 is known as supporting, and people in this block know how to do their job. So they need very little direction from the leader, although they may still need some support when it comes to facing unfamiliar tasks. The last block, block 4, is known as delegating. And people in this block know how to do their job. They have the skills and the experience. So as a leader, you do not need to give them much direction or support. Just think, if you were to go on leave and you were to delegate your main responsibilities, you would delegate to people in this block. And often, the people sitting in block 4 in this delegation block are very much so ready for a promotion. So there we have all 4 blocks: directing, coaching, supporting, and delegating. This leadership model is flexible because there is no one-size-fits-all leadership style. For example, if you gave someone in block 1 lots of details and checked on them often, they would enjoy the direction and the assistance. While someone in block 4 might feel quite frustrated and feel like they're being micromanaged. So leaders need to change their approach and be adaptable in order to meet the individual needs of their team. And ideally, in a team, you want a spread across all 4 boxes. If you have too many people in box 1, you will spend a lot of your time directing and supporting. And if you have most of your team sitting in stage 4, you run the risk of them becoming quite bored and demotivated because they already are very good at it. This last slide just illustrates in a different way the role of a leader when it comes to delegating. So someone in block 1, which is the directing block, will need to have the context and goal of the task explained to them thoroughly, along with the desired outcomes for the task. Expectations need to be clearly put forward for all to understand, and the guidance will be necessary to help them work through each of these steps. Compared to someone in block 4, which is the delegating block, where the leader will just need to provide the context and the goal of the task, and then the individual is more than capable to go through the task on their own with very little support and direction from the leader.